Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. Today let us solve some problems on time and work. This is a very important part of quantitative aptitude section. So please try to solve more problems on similar lines. First question says Ronald and Elon are working on an assignment. Ronald takes 6 hours to type 32 pages on a computer while Elon takes 5 hours to type 40 pages. How much time will they take working together on two different computers to type an assignment of 110 pages? So now let us solve this question. According to the data that is available from the question, number of pages typed by Ronald in 1 hour, we have to calculate. Whenever we solve time and work related problems, if we boil it down to 1 hour of work or 1 day's work, solving the problem becomes easy. So here let us see what are the number of pages typed by Ronald in 1 hour to begin with. So number of pages typed by Ronald in 1 hour will be equal to 32 by 6 because he typed 32 pages in 6 hours. So therefore in 1 hour he types 32 by 6 pages. Therefore that is nothing but 16 by 3 pages. So similarly Elon types 40 pages in 5 hours. So Elon types in 1 hour 40 divided by 5. That means he types 8 pages in 1 hour. So he types 8 pages in 1 hour. So now let us see when both combined together, Ronald and Elon, when they both work together, the number of pages typed by them will be equal to number of pages typed by both in 1 hour. So we'll always calculate for 1 hour or 1 day. So that makes the solving problem easier. So it becomes 16 by 3 plus 8. So this is nothing but 40 by 3. 16 plus 24 by 3, which is equal to 40 by 3. Therefore, the number of pages typed by Ronald and Elon in 1 hour is 40 by 3 pages. So they both combinedly typed 40 by 3 pages in 1 hour. Therefore, now the question says what time? So how much time will they take working together on two different computers to type an assignment of 110 pages? So now the problem becomes easier. So time taken by both to type 110 pages to type 110 pages is equivalent to 110 divided by 40 by 3. So 110 divided by 40 by 3. This comes out to 330 by 40, which is nothing but 33 by 4. When we divide 33 by 4, 4 8s are 32. We get 8 1 by 4 as the answer. So 1 by 4th of an hour is nothing but 15 minutes. So the answer will be 8 hour 15 minutes. 8 hour and 15 minutes. So 1 by 4th of an hour is 15 minutes. 1 by 2 of an hour is 30 minutes. 3 by 4th of an hour is 45 minutes. Likewise, this comes down to 8 hours 15 minutes. Therefore, the right option over here is option C, 8 hours 15 minutes. Second question says P can complete a work in 12 days working 8 hours a day. Q can complete the same work in 8 days working 10 hours a day. If both P and Q work together working 8 hours a day, in how many days can they complete the work? First of all, let's find out the total number of hours required by P and Q to complete the work. P works 8 hours a day and he requires 12 days to complete the work. Therefore, P can complete the work in 12 into 8, that is he requires 96 hours to complete the work. Similarly, Q can complete the work in 8 days and he requires 10 hours each day. Therefore, he requires 80 hours to complete the same piece of work. Therefore, P's 1 hour work, as I've already told you, we always boil it down to 1 hour or 1 day's work. So P's 1 hour's work is equal to 1 by 96. So if he takes 96 hours, he'll be able to complete the work. Similarly, Q's 1 hour's work is equivalent to 1 by 80 here for this question. Therefore, when P and Q work together P plus Q. So P plus Q's 1 hour's work. P plus Q's 1 hour's work is equal to 1 by 96 plus 1 by 80. So when we solve 1 by 96 plus 1 by 80, we get 11 by 480. Therefore, when both P and Q combinedly requires 480 by 11 work, this is the amount of work done by both P and Q in 1 hour. So what is the amount of time they require to complete the entire work both combinedly? So P plus Q will require 480 by 11 hours to complete the entire work. So please remember, this is how we solve. This is the technique in which we solve the questions of this kind. If both P and Q work together, number of days of working 8 hours each. When they start working 8 hours a day, they will require 480 by 11 divided by 8. Why are we dividing it by 8? Because the question says they start working 8 hours a day. When they start working 8 hours a day, they will require 480 by 11. Solving this, we get 480 by 11 into 1 by 8 reciprocal. 8 ones are 8, 60s are. So 60 by 11. They require about 60 by 11 days to complete the work when they start working 8 hours a day. Therefore, the right answer over here is option A, 60 by 11. Third question says A and B can do a work in 8 days. B and C can do the same work in 12 days. A, B and C together can finish it in 6 days. A and C together will do it in. So let us first of all jot down the data given. A plus B plus C is 1 day's work. A, B and C can together finish the work in 6 days. So A plus B plus C is 1 day's work. We always boil it down to 1 day's work. So 1 day's work will be 1 by 6. A and B can do a work in 8 days. Therefore, A plus B's 1 day's work will be equivalent to 1 by 8. And then B and C can do the same work in 12 days. So B plus C's 1 day's work. B plus C's 1 day's work equals 1 by 12. What are they asking? A and C together will do it in. So we have to find out A plus C's 1 day's work. A plus C's 1 day's work is not known. So now we have to find out A plus C's 1 day's work. So we can do it in this way. 2 into A plus B plus C minus A plus B minus B plus C. So this comes out to 2A plus 2B plus 2C minus A minus B minus B minus C. So when we solve this, we get A plus C. Therefore, we will be getting A plus C's 1 day's work when we substitute A plus C's 1 day's work, A plus B's 1 day's work and B plus C's 1 day's work in this formula. Therefore, 2 into A plus B plus C is 1 by 6 minus A plus B's 1 day's work is 1 by 8 minus B plus C's 1 day's work is 1 by 12. So when we solve this particular equation, we get 1 by 8. That is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 12. So when we solve this, 24 divided by 8 minus 3 minus 2. So this is 3 by 24, which is nothing but 1 by 8. This is just a simplification part of this particular equation. Therefore, A plus C's 1 day's work is 1 by 8. So in how many days will A and C together be able to complete the work? If it is 1 by 8 of work in 1 day, it's nothing but 1 by 8, the reciprocal of 1 by 8, that is 8. Therefore, A and C together will complete the work in 8 days. Here the right option is option C, 8 days. Fourth question says A can lay a railway track between two given stations in 16 days and B can do the same job in 12 days. With the help of C, they did the job in 4 days only. Then C alone can do the job in. So first of all, let us jot down the data given. According to the question, A, B and C together did the work in 4 days. Therefore, A plus B plus C's 1 day's work. 1 day's work is equal to 1 by 4. So in 4 days they will be able to complete the entire work. And A can lay a railway track between two given stations in 16 days. So A's 1 day's work will be equivalent to 1 by 16. 1 by 16. B's 1 day's work, similarly, B's 1 day's work is equivalent to 1 by 12. So if we subtract the component of A and B from this equation, from A and B, from A plus B plus C's 1 day's work, we will get C's 1 day's work. So what we do is, now A plus B plus C's 1 day's work minus A's 1 day's work minus B's 1 day's work will give us C's 1 day's work. It gives C's 1 day's work. So what is A plus B plus C's 1 day's work? 1 by 4 minus A's 1 day's work is 1 by 16 minus B's 1 day's work is 1 by 12. So when we solve this particular equation, then we get 48 as the LCM. So 48, 12 minus 3 minus 4. So this comes out to 12 minus 7 by 48, which is nothing but 5 by 48. Therefore, C's 1 day's work is equivalent to 5 by 48. So when C can perform 5 by 48 of work in 1 day, then C will take reciprocal of this, that is 48 by 5 days to complete the whole work, or to lay the railway track between two given stations in this case. Therefore, the right option over here is 48 by 5 days, option C. Last question for the day says, A takes twice as much time as B or thrice as much time to finish a piece of work. Working together, they can finish the work in 2 days. B can do the work alone in. So let us assume that A finishes the work in A number of days. It finishes the work in A number of days, while as per the data, then B will have to finish the work in A by 2 number of days, because A takes twice as much time as B. This, in other words, means B takes half the time of A. Similarly, C will finish the same piece of work in A by 3 days. It will finish the work in A by 3 days. So, because A takes thrice as much time as C takes. In other words, C takes 1 by 3rd of the time taken by A. So, this leads us to one more important data, that the amount of work done by A in 1 day, the amount of work done by A in 1 day equals 1 by A, while the amount of work done by B in 1 day, that is 1 day's work of B, will be equals to 2 by A. Similarly, the 1 day's work of C will be equal to 3 by A. And it is also given that A plus B plus C combinedly finishes the work, or all together finish the work in 2 days. That means A plus B plus C's 1 day's work will be equivalent to 1 by 2. In other words, 1 by A plus 2 by A plus 3 by A equals 1 by 2. This is nothing but 6 by A equals 1 by 2, which means A equals 12. So now what do we need? We need B's work. In how many days can B do the work? So B can do the work in A by 2 days. What is A here? 12. 12 by 2 is nothing but 6. So therefore, B alone can do the work in 6 days. This is a tricky question. Please watch it once more if you want better understanding. Therefore, here the right answer is option B, 6 days. So this is all about problems on time and work in this video. Please try to solve more problems of this kind so that you will be able to solve the questions at a faster rate with a good pace in the examination hall. Thank you.